Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. Yeah, 2026. Yeah, it's a sick show out there. It's a freak show, again, in a country near you. Oh, by the way, get these mugs. You go to shop.thetrendsjournal.com, and you get all you want. We have Trends Journal cups. Got a lot of stuff there, and we're giving you what nobody else is. Whew, I'm heartbroken. Here's some of the stuff. Yeah, you got to boogie before the lights go out because tomorrow is iffy. That's in the good book, chapter 6, section 8. You listen to these old cats singing about boogeymen having sex, man, all night long. We're boogieing all. No, can't talk about that anymore. Anyway. It's a freak show, and the freaks are running the show. Heartbroken. And here's a bit of my heart why it's broken. How about the cover of this week's Trends Journal? Yep. Amerika, cold as ice. I did a podcast with Judge Napolitano last Wednesday. Watch it, talking about this. We have a great article in this week's Trends Journal about what Judge Napolitano was saying about this too. And there are people that love it. Oh, this is great. Yeah, okay. Fuck off. I don't want to hear your shit. You're doing this to people. That's how a country's rotting in front of our eyes. Anyway, onto the markets. Now, the big loss today on the equity markets because of Trump's rhetoric on Greenland. Hey, we're going to take that. I'm going to buy it. All right. Oh, it came out the New York Times. They had a thing that he made over $1 trillion, got over $1 trillion. All right. What are you going to buy it? Hey, did you see our debt level in the USSA as the country's riding in front of our eyes? It was about $38.5 trillion. And you're going to buy the joint? Well, maybe you're going to invade it. $38.5 trillion in debt. Yep. And, what else they have over here? About how much it costs to, how much a day it costs to do this. $8 billion a day interest payment. They say federal borrowing is accelerating at a rate of $8 billion a day. And it's just unbelievable. $38.5 trillion worth of debt. And now they're saying the United States debt to GDP ratio, 126%. Yep. That's the economist saying that. All right. What else? So the markets went down. They got hit. The dollar down. And because of Trump's threats to take over Greenland, and a Danish pensioner operator said today that they're exiting U.S. treasuries because of finance concerns over U.S. debt. You got it, but we won't talk about it. You're not allowed to. And euro's going up. And what are they saying? That because what Trump is saying about Greenland, it means that Euro needs to do more on defense, says Barclays head of Euro rate strategy, Rohan Kanta. What are you talking about? More on defense? How fucking stupid can you be? How fucking stupid can you be? Very stupid. Hey, fuckhead. You go to war with Russia, it's going to be fucking nuclear war. You got it? It'll be wiped out of the world. What stupid shit. Coming from shitheads in a country near you. And again, don't forget to hit the like on this website, the video. So subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you know when a new video is coming up. And of course, subscribe to the Trends Journal, because we're giving you history before it happens. All the links are in the description below, what to do, how to do it. And again, Gold prices spiking, huh? Here. Don't subscribe to the Trends Journal for $2.59 a week. And of course, if you go for a year, you get 2 months free. All right? You ready? This is the Wall Street Journal today. You ready? Business and finance. Supersized CEO wages don't pay off. Builders turn their focus on data centers. High fashion loses last emperor. Markets baffled by Trump's push to buy Greenland. New York Stock Exchange plans 24/7 trading platform. Okay, keep going. Buyer raises his new Supreme Court, blah, blah, blah. Walmart turns expensive home goods. Elliott C, blah, blah, blah. This and that and that and this. Micron to pay $1.8 billion for a plant, rare earth magnet. After Sachs collapse, 60 minutes delayed. As El Salvador, Fox bet on programming, pays off. Tech World says, get rich now or else. ASM International logs strong orders. Will Trump target mega bank buybacks? Will meme stocks still matter? Tariff threats sink global shares. Not a fucking word in the Wall Shit Journal about spiking gold and oil prices. And again, the Trends Journal, we've been telling you this from the start. We've been forecasting these prices. They don't say a word about it because it's saying how bad the world is declining. Hey, get into the stock markets. Here. Again, the front page of the Wall Street Journal. Again, nice about Martin Luther King, but I hear that Trump didn't celebrate it. TCI's holds over 18 billion, marks hedge fund record. Mega 7 technology stocks, Wall Street led. Trump threatens Greenland. Nothing. Inflation. Soldiers, billions. Oh, soldiers put on alert to go to Minnesota. Oh, the cover of your Trends Journal, huh? Yeah. How about that? Amerika, cold as ice. Oh, fighting a cold battle in the nose. I mean, what stupid shit. Trail examines office responsibility. Yeah, nothing. Voters skeptical, RFK vaccines. Americans divided on Maduro. You're divided. How fucking stupid could you be? Divided. We have no business going into Venezuela. What's a Maduro? Oh, it's a coat that you wear with a hood. Maduro. Yeah, people don't know dick about shit. And this is why, because it's the Wall Street Journal. All right. The facts are all there, but spend $4 a day and go to the toilet paper record. All right. Look at the stupid fucking picture they got here. Big stupid picture. Nothing. We have 200-page magazine from high-tech science, technocracy, AI, geopolitics, economics. It's a magazine. You read what you want. We don't put big fucking pictures on there because I got nothing to say. China pushes for families as birth hits historic low. Yeah. Okay. They got 1.4 billion people. 100 years ago, they had what, about 400 million? No, I think 1949 they had 400 million. Are they going to lose a billion people, 100 million people? You got to keep growing and growing and growing. Anyway, tariff ruling may prompt swift reply. Tech firms try to lure retail to AI. Predictions for economy across the globe are mixed. China pushes family values. Trade officials say, long-running real estate crash weighs down China's growth. How about America's office building bust? No, we won't talk about that in commercial real estate. Tech firms are working to lure retail. Right, that's the other part. You're going into nothing. No major story. Architect firm accused of illegally output after a rail disaster in Ohio town fights recovery. Disgusting what they've done. These trains, it's a bullshit system. What they did to East Palestine. Very sad. Nobody gives a shit. Built launches a suite of credit cards. Not a word about spiking gold and oil prices. Spiking silver and gold prices. You ready? Gold was up $91 today. Very high yesterday. It closed at $4,762 an ounce. All right? That's up about $170 from last week. But don't mention it. Don't you talk about it. And how about Silver prices, what did they do? Guess again, like yesterday, went up sharply. Today closed up 25 cents at $94.47 per ounce. So what are we looking at here in real numbers? It went up about $10 an ounce since last week, but we won't talk about it. So going back to the markets, everybody's worried about what Trump is doing. It's a wild game. Japan's borrowing costs hit an all-time high, and it ripped through the major bond markets. And I'm telling you, the world's going to shit. It's very serious stuff. Trump announced on Truth Social post on Saturday that, quote, 8 NATO members, U.S. imports will face escalating tariffs, but Taco Trump. Hey, how many times does it say this? Hey, how many times? Hey. Yep. Trump always chickens out. What else? Until such time as a deal is reached for complete and total purchase of Greenland. Again, we're going to buy Greenland when we're all this debt. Trump also hit the UK and leading British governments, blah, 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 blah. He said that because Britain's finally pulling out of the Chagos Islands. What the hell are you doing there the first time? And Trump says it's an act of stupidity because we have military bases there. And the European people are saying that Trump's tariffs are unacceptable. And he says he's going to put a 200% tariff on French wines. So you buy the Italian wines and champagne. All right? Because Macron, the Cazzone, said he's unwilling to join the so-called Board of Peace, which is a piece of shit, bullshit. They're slaughtering Palestinians every day. We got it in your Trends Journal. Stealing more land and shove this word settlers up your ass. They're not settlers, they're invaders in violation of the Geneva Convention, Article 242 of the United Nations, and don't want to hear the fairy tale that God told Moses or Abraham or Mickey Mouse or somebody that this land belongs to the Jewish people 3,500 years ago, and God got lockjaw and never said another word to anybody. Don't want to hear it. So this is serious what's going on. And the beginning of the death of the dollar. It's happening. Brent crude, with all this going on, only $63.88 a barrel. And last year at this time, it was around $76 a barrel. So oil prices will go up if the war keeps ramping up in Ukraine, which we believe it is going to, because the European nations are going to do more to keep it going. And then Israel, there's going to be an attack on Iran at some time, someplace. And that's going to drive the prices up too. Absent that, prices go down because the whole global economy is going down by the data. And again, this is the beginning of the death of the dollar. They've had enough of America, and Trump's making a bad situation very worse. Very, very worse. And, 2 of our trends last year were Trump card and wild card. And those two cards are being played all the time. Where this goes, nobody knows. Trump does a 180 every time, that he says one thing and does another one. They say that Trump has pocketed $1,400,500,000. That's an article. Can you imagine this? And this is the guy that sold himself as a peace president. Yeah, his New Year's resolution, peace on earth, and calls himself the most anti-war president in history. Yeah, let's see. Again, does a 180. Bombed Somalia, 135 times since he's took office. Bombed Syria, bombed Yemen, bombed Iraq, bombed Iran, bombed Nigeria. Yep, bombs away. And again, terrible, terrible what's going on. And it's only going to get much worse. So you go to your Trends Journal. Great articles. Another one talking about all this is Gregory Manarino's article, The System is Replacing Stability with Obedience and Submission. Trends in Technocracy by Joe Duran. Guest articles by Gary Null, by Dr. Joseph Mercola. And again, The American Police State Has Arrived. Judge Andrew Napolitano And I'm going to be on with him tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, talking about this. It's very serious what's going on. And again, we have all the trends in the economic update and, what to expect. Again, they talk about this guy, this luxury emperor dying. Luxury sales just keep dying and dying and dying. You saw Saks Fifth Avenue going out because people, China, going back to China, when they locked down the place for 3 years, zero COVID policy, they wiped out a lot of the middle class. They were the big luxury buyers. And again, they still have a terrible housing problem. They've overbuilt the place, but their exports are going up. So they're doing better than a lot of the other countries. But it's only going to be a bad time. It's going to continue to get much worse. So again, please, follow us on social media pages. We're back on Instagram and Facebook after they took us off, and check out our store again. It's Trends Journal Cup and all the other cups. Yep. So we're doing everything we can to help you do everything you can. And going on to the geopolitical thing that's going on, van der Leyen dreams of turning Europe into a military powerhouse. Again, Macron playing tough guy. EU approves first wave of military defense investments worth $38 billion. And on and on. Oh, and by the way, the Gen Z revolution, just the protests going on there in Serbia. That's right. One of your top trends that nobody's talking about. And again, one of your top trends that nobody's talking about because they don't want you to know how bad it is. The rich are getting richer. Oxfam just came out with an article about how much richer they've gotten, and everyone else is getting poorer. So these are very, very, very serious times ahead. And get ready for the dot-com bust. This thing's going to go down. And now as the equity markets become more and more fragile, the PE ratios are very high to begin with. These are very, very, very telling times that I've never seen in my lifetime. And it's only going to get much, much worse. So again, subscribe to the Trends Journal. You subscribe for a year. We give you 2 months free, and it's only $2.59 a week. Or again, not a word about gold. Again, go back to the Trends Journal. Go back to October last year. We wrote that as gold prices and silver prices were spiking, zero, nada word about it in the major media. Every now and then a little something would pop up. We showed you the facts, and now they're ignoring it again. Can you believe it? Like gold went up to almost $100 and not a word. Yesterday skyrocketed. Well, again, very serious times, and we are doing everything to help you prepare, prevail, and prosper. So again, read your Trends Journal from the presidential reality show, economics, geopolitics, going out of business trends. Again, we're giving you data here that you're not going to find anywhere, any place. And when the economy falls, jobs go with it. The job firings are unbelievable. The jobs that are being created are very low paying. Again, it's very, very important. We have a whole spotlight on the realignment of global trade. So that's your Trends Journal. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Salenti and the Judge.